Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Ashmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Punaktu Sakaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvina Vadidamastu Vidvishavake. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketa Sacha. Good morning. So this we have today just 4 shlokas of the Prathama Bali of Prathama Kanta of Kathopanishad, 26 to 29. So I would just, for the benefit of recapping, even though you have missed all those classes, just the summary should give you, because from now on is the real Vedanta starts. So what is the context? What is the story behind it? There was a great rishi by the name of Gautama, Vajasvashana, who's the lineage of great Vipraha, who has done wonderful annadhanas. So he does prakriya to attain heavenly life after death. So finally, he is doing what's called a Visvajit Yajnam. The Visvajit Yajnam is a kind of a yajna in which you disown everything. Ultimate sacrifice is done. There is an exception to that. For example, you don't really give up your dress, which keeps your respect in the society. You don't give up your family, which you are indebted to, especially the son, because son is going to be your lineage. So there are certain exceptions. You see, when you go to karma kantas, there is always do's and don'ts. So you need to follow the do's and don'ts. So with that exception, he is doing this yajna. And when he was giving away everything, he happened to give away some of the old, almost retired cows, the cows that cannot give any more milk. So he got a young son, Nachiketas. Nachiketa is looking at that with a lot of compassion and love to the father. And he is also a brahmachari who has learned Vedas, very smart kid, Balakaha. So he intervenes and reminds his father, "Oh father, to attain great things in your afterlife, you are giving away things, but those things should be useful to others who receive it. So what is the point of giving the old cow?" So he thinks that, therefore he says, "I am the useful person. My father doesn't seem to be really taking note of me, because father is in the niyama of keeping his son to follow his lineage. The son doesn't understand. He wants to tell the father that I am here to be offered." So he says, "Father, who are you going to give it to me?" And he says, "I'll give it to death." He said in a jest. He regrets saying that, but he said in that kind of a moment of emotions. But then when you do anything, at any time, if you say a word, you must commit to that. And especially when you do that in a Vrata-kalam, when you do the various yajnas, you got to fulfill that. The son, a dutiful son, his first job is to make sure the father achieves what he wants to achieve. So he goes and tells him, "Father, you committed. Give it to me the death." And he cannot go to death by himself because he needs father's permission. So father also makes him a permission oblation to him and say, so be it. So he goes to the Lord of Death with his Sukshma body. So his mortal body is down there. He actually did not leave the prana because his time has not come. But he is so focused to reach the abode of death. His Sukshma Sariram has gone to this Yama's abode. That means his body is laying down on the floor, the prana at his Brahmakrandam, in a kind of a deep coma for all you and I concerned. But his consciousness, his Chitabhasam has gone to the board of Yamas. But Yama wasn't there. He was busy. So he had to make him wait for 3 nights. The 4th night, when he sees him, he was an unscheduled guest as an Atiti. So Yama got really, really worried because that's a papam. So he offers him, oh Vipra, I made a mistake. Since you waited for 3 nights without food, without water, so we saw all those importance of treating guests, In all this story, we learned a lot of karmas, what we need to do in life, like what a putra should do, how the yajnam should be done, how the aditi should be treated. So all this Purvamimasika stuff has been taught. So he says, I'll give you 3 boons. So please take these 3 boons, relieve me from this obligation. So Nachiketa asked the first boon, let my father be happy. Let him be without anger, without guilt. Let him see me as he sees me, as someone who has won this death. So by asking this as a smart boy, he ensured he'll go back to see his father. His father will treat him as he is. And father will be happy. His guilt is gone. So he covered everything that what a son should do to make the father happy. Then the second boon, he said, all this thing happened because my father didn't have, that is his thinking, right? Understanding of how to do the rituals. Maybe there are many fathers in this world who were trying or who are trying to achieve the heavens, but not really doing the right way. Therefore, I will ask the Lord of Death to give me that vidya. See, this is where the Shraddha comes in. You have to believe in multiple lives. Therefore, you need to believe in multiple worlds ever exist. Therefore, there is a passage of time by which you transit with whatever you can carry, not this physical body, of course, everything else, to go to different worlds. And the world of heaven, devas are the heavens. So, and there is the path, and there is a vidya called Agni Vidya. So he said, give me that Agni Vidya to me so that I can give it to the world. So it's a paropakari, societal contribution, seva. So, Lord of Death gives him that. And then he listens everything. And he is proving to Lord of Death that he has got a Samadhamadis gunas, dedication, commitment, and repeats them back without any mistake. Sishtacharam is there. So the Yamadharma says, oh, you have done this for me so well. So I am going to give you some additional boons. One would be this Agni Vidya will be called Nachiketa Agni Vidya. That means Nachiketa's fire. As long as the world exists, all these grihasthas who are doing these karmas will follow, will recite your name as Nachiketa Agni and do it. So he eternally lives. That's kind of a blessing, he gives. Then he removes his ornament, that is wearing a diamond necklace, multi-stone precious necklace, and gives to him. This is also yours. And we saw that necklace is not just a gross necklace, because what's the point of that? But it is, as Bhashyakara says, this is an aparanam of many precious karmas. If you look at a nice necklace, the jeweler makes it with such a way. There's a logic in it, there's rational in it. There's a kind of a attraction in it, a kramam in it. So the kramas that we followed in life, you follow acharya. So acharya niyamas is the avaranas. Especially if you want to live a life of a grihastha, following karmas, the karmas need to be done in certain order, certain duty, certain ritual, certain rites. And that you wear it as your necklace. That means Nachiketas, when he goes down to the earth, he will be the Parama Guru for everybody else in preaching this Nachiketa Agni. Which means Lord of Death has taught him Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda. Because in the Agni Vidya is what? Karma Upasana Samuchayam. So the important lesson we take so far is that you do the duties for the parents, duty for the community, so that they all get salvation, they get the happiness. To do that, you do your karmas in a systematic way, as per the sastras, and then you do that with the upasana. And we learned upasana means what we are now right now doing is upasana, because upasana is doing with your mind. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranamam is a karma. Doing abhishekam, doing archana, breaking coconuts, all that are good, you must do it. Everything you do with your physical body is a karma. Seva is a karma. Annadana is a karma. You need dravyams for it. What is dravya means? Dravya means not just cash. Dravya means anything that is made out of panchabhutas. All things are dravyas, vastu. But when you don't need this dravyam, but when you do it with your mind, it becomes a upasana. Of course, mind is also panchabhutas, it's also dravyam, at a higher level. It's subtle. So, karma upasana samuchaya means we will do our karmas and we will also take time to do upasana. So this is this second book. What happened to the necklace? We will see in the second chapter. He gives away the necklace. Not because it is gross vanity, even though it is a lakshyartha means that it is karma niyati, karma niyamanam, karmati karam. Right? This Vedanti, Nachiketa is going to give it away. We will see that later. But right now, Yama is holding it in his hand. Then he said, okay, can you please ask for the third boon? What's the third boon that you want? Then he said, I want a third boon. Again, he was thinking, this you can take it as a two-way. Last time I said, he's asking for the self-salvation. But I was thinking about it. Maybe he's not thinking even selfishness there. Atmajnani is not a selfish fellow. Atmajnanam is We will see what is Atma Jnana. That's the whole chapter is all about. It is lighting yourself. So when I become a light, I glow. Wherever I am, I help to shed the darkness. Even nobody asks for the light. When I am there, darkness goes away. So all the creatures get comfort. So he is asking, of course, he is not asking very precisely. This is also a lesson we are going to learn, because questioning is important, because he is questioning the Lord of Death. When Yama comes, we blabber, we don't know what to say, we shiver, words go away. But this young boy is challenging him and asking him. So, what he is asking? He is asking, see, if I give an Nachiketa's Agni to everybody like my father start doing this yajna, they attain goodness, they attain heaven, they attain immortality in a relatively longer term of life. But his mind is very compassionate. He thinks, that's fine, I have done that for others. But pity, because even this embodiment, even this life in the heaven is temporary. It is a long samsara. Sometimes we think, when you go to ashrama, you are away from samsara. You go and ask a sannyasi running an ashram, Matadipati. He got a big samsara, so much to take care of. So he moves from a domiciled home to a very broad home where everybody becomes his part. So samsara is always there. If there's a karma, there is samsara is there. So he thinks, so they should go through this kind of elevated life, get all the good things in life, go to heaven. Someday they should attain salvation. So he therefore said, when Yama was giving him all these boons, he said, look, people are saying in the world that after death, nothing exists. Some say that. Now, if that is the case, what's the point of me going and telling them about the Nachiketa Agni, that you go to heaven? They don't believe in it. There's nothing beyond this life. If there's nothing beyond this life, why should I even worry about the Pavam and Punya? Why should I worry about the law and order? Just freak out. Borrow money, enjoy it, don't pay it. Who cares? Loot. So, of course, people don't go that way. People ignore the death, but they live a reasonable life, but they still don't accept this. Or those who accept it, they want to do it, but they do it with a blind faith. Because I do all this yajnam, puja, but I'm so worried that I get diabetic. I got a problem. I got cancer. I'm going to die. Yeah, the body is going to go one day, but that is not going to come with you anyway. Even if you have no disease at all, you are perfectly fine, you are ever 60. But when you die, the body is not going to go with you. So can I therefore say, you will never get disease, but one day you will die? What are you going to say? Okay, I'll accept it. But you accept it with the view that you're going to go somewhere, but you don't know where you're going to go, what form you are going to be. So therefore, there's it's not ashraddha, there is kind of a doubt in those people's mind. Unless they are very clear about it, they cannot do this yajnam without any fear. Otherwise, every time we do the puja, punya karyam we worried about things, like Bhagavan says to Arjuna, You worry about things that you should not be worried about it. We always worry about it. Okay? When you come to Vedanta class, you are thinking in a different level. Even if I do these rituals, I should be worried about my possessions. So he asked a question, oh Lord of Death, tell me what is the status after the death? That's it. Third boon he asked. Now you understand why that boon was asked. Yama said, child, please leave me alone. Don't ever ask this question. This question is not something that even devas could understand. Even they have this doubt. You are a child. Don't ask this question. Ask something else. Liberate me. Nachiketa came back and said, well, if the devas cannot understand it, and they have doubt on it, and you know that they cannot understand it, I get two things. That means this knowledge is superior than anything else, superior than Devalokas. And secondly, you know these things, that means you are the best teacher to teach it. Because this is all about death, your territory. Now I am seeing you, and you are obligated to me. Now, why should I give up this opportunity? So I want only that. Give me that. So Lord of Death was very happy. This child is brilliant. But this Vidya, this whatever he's asking, the question has to be different. But what the answer that I'm going to give is a Paravidya. This is not something you can handle it. So I know this guy is this child is a Shamadhamadis or there, but he's got the desire to ask for it. Has got a mumukshutvam, has got a vivekam, got a vairagyam. So I want to test it. So he said, child, listen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you live for hundreds of years. You can see your children and grandchildren living hundreds of years. That means you get married, you get child, you get children, grandchildren, and you get hiranyam, gold, wealth, pashu, ashvam, gajam, your power, your transportation, your Lamborghini cars, real estate, everything you get in this world. And live as many years you want to live. And the child was not, he's shaking the head, I'm not interested in it. Then I said, okay, maybe you were not happy about living in this country because everybody going abroad. Choose the country you want. You become this Magat in this Bhuman, you become the emperor of this earth. Have it. No. He's shaking the head, I don't want it. Well, okay, maybe you don't want in this world that you live. Well, how about you getting in this world, the world of Devas, Ramba, Urvashi, Tilotama, all these supreme mites are there for you to serve. They come with a musical instrument, they play music for you. There is chariots there, they will take you around. Paraloka Prapti, you get it. Do you want it? Ye kama durlapa Matkiloke sarvan kaman chandasa. Iba Rama Sharata. I'll give you everything. But then Nachiketo Maranam Mar Prakshiki. Please don't ask me about this death. This is what we saw. Now we'll see what is the next one. So now for that, Nachiketa is replying back. Shwabhavuva Martyasya Yatanta Kaitat Sarvendriyanam Jarayanti Tejaha Abhisharvam Jivitam Alpameva Tavaiva Vakastava Nitya Gite. Shwabhavo, Shobhavaha. So he's starting with this Shobhava. It is a Shwabhava Anabhava. Means whatever is existing today, does it exist tomorrow or not? That's what he's asking. So Matyasya, Matyasya means those who are prone to death. That means the human being. Matyasya Antaha. Oh, Antaha. So he's the one who's destroy everybody else, right? So say Antaka. Oh Yama, what are you doing? This Sarvendriyam Matyasya. Okay. All this, see, when he gives you these pleasures of life, how does the pleasures are enjoyed by you? You know, when you see an apple in front of you, your eyes sees it, you want to eat it, you know, saliva comes to the mouth, thirst is there, but you're not enjoying it because it's still there. So the indriyam is bringing it to. Then you take it and then eat it, then your taste bud comes in. So your indriyas are the one that is making you do that. So all these indriyas is shobhavaha, bhavana. They are ephemeral things, you know. All this don't stay forever. Then what they do, jarayanti tejaha. Etad tejaha jarayanti. The power of this Vishayas, Dravyas, make the Indriyas weak. That's the idea. Sarvendriyanam, Matyasya Sarvendriyanam, Jarayanti. So if I listen to good music, what is weakening the senses means? If I listen to good music, I always want to listen to that. So I keep on listening. I become addictive to that. That's one weakening because the moment your mind is taken over by one sense or given power by the mind. If the mind is taken over by one sense, that means you don't eat, you don't see anything, put your earphones on it, listen to the music all the time. The mind takes control. The mind loses control. But the indriyams, so you become weak. But the indriyam also get weaker. You listen to the music all the time, your hearing power goes away. You see the television all the time, your vision goes away. So you've got to give rest to them. So Nachiketa is very bright boy is telling the uselessness of things that he's offering. The things that you offer, oh Yama, they are going to weaken my senses. So Api, moreover, sarvam jivitam, alpameva. So all this, okay, they weaken, but the body also, alpam, they are not going to stay forever, right? So how long I can enjoy this? Therefore, havohaha, Nachiketa. Nachiketa means all this thing that you say about the dancing and all this kind of wonderful things that you're offering. Tavavaha, you keep it yourself. Right? How challenging it is. It's basically telling, stuff you. I don't want all this thing. All this stuff that you are offering me, keep it with you. What's the point of them? Because they make me weak and I'm not going to live forever. What are you saying? If I take this item that you're giving to me and I am going with this, I will become weak anyway. So I will move away from my goal. Or if I'm not really weakening my senses and body, but I'm enjoying it, but I will die. Whatever the time, I still alive. Therefore, don't entice me with this. Keep it with you. So he's not rejecting it unreasonably. He rejects with the vivekam. The vairagyam that he's showing is with vivekam. He's proving to him, look, I'm a viveki. What does vivekam means? Nitya, anitya, vastu, parinam. What is eternal, what is temporal. And then choose what you need. Vairagyam is, generally we take vairagyam means dispassion. That's fine. But viragam, it is a kind of a special desire. That's the reason why, a common question will come, if you want to give up desires, if you're desiring to be with God, is it not a desire? If I'm desiring to get heavens, is it not a desire? How can I not have a desire? So vairagya means a special desire. When the special desire comes in, special desire here is a mokshutvam. That's the highest desire. Mukti is the highest desire. When you desire for the mukti, all of the desires goes away. So you are dispassionate about everything else because you are passionate about one thing. So very, very important to understand. Vairagyam doesn't mean even God I don't want. I want anything. I have no desire because it says Vasanachayam, Ragashayam. So I will not ask for anything. That's not the way. You must ask for God. Give it to me, give you me. So he's proving that one. So Yama was happy. This boy is very good. Then he says, see, he is going to reject in the three slokas, and then we see the Tattvartham for it. Navitena darbaniyo manishyo lapya samahe lapsyamahe vittamat lakshma chetva jivishyamo yavadi shishyasidvam varastmi varaniya sayeva. Navitena darbaniyo manishyo. Manishya means manushya, the human being. Vittam means dravya. Vittam means all the objects we buy, get. So, navitena, not by this, by the objects. Darbaniya. Darbaniya means tripti. So he will not be satisfied by the object. All the vishayas, all these vishayam cannot give you happiness. You already have pramanam, right? You like laddu, you said 1, 2, 3, fourth laddu, you get hated. So nothing can give you happiness. And by the way, why should I struggle to get these objects from you? Because tva atrakshma chet vittam tapsyamahe. Tva means you. Atrakshama chet. Atrakshama means that with the action, with my eyes, if I see because I see you, just because I see you, that's enough. Vittam apsyamahe. I will attain whatever I need to attain. He says, oh Lord, you don't need to give me anything because the real blessing of seeing you fulfills me with what I need. So why should you give me anything? I don't need a vyaparam from you because by the real side of it is fine. And then you talk to me about live forever. He said, you are telling me that not of death. Yavatu tvam ishisyasi jivishyama. What a courage he said. Yavat tvam Ishishvashini. Ishishvashini means a rule or how long, oh Lord of death, you are going to rule, that long we will live. You know what does it mean? It means, oh Lord of death, you cannot live forever yourself because you are doing a karma, you are doing a deva karma. So you're going to die. Your time will be end. Therefore, after all, if at all you are going to protect us, you can only protect us until the time your duty ends. Because the next Yama Dharma Raja will come. He may not know our conversation. He's going to come and take me. So even though you ask me to live forever, when your time is gone, my time will go. See, what kind of understanding he has got, what a courage he's got. So therefore, this is nullified, Yamas, that what you're offering is small, because what I need. May varaniyaha varatu varomo saha. I want only that. Here, I think it's a poetry here. When the child says, I want ice cream, and says, Amma, say the child's name is Krishna. Krishna doesn't want anything other than ice cream. Now, if she makes a statement, you say, I don't want. He says Krishna. That means he even observes as a third party. He makes a statement. If Nachiketa says, Saha, he put himself. This boy will not take anything else. Some people say it is, Upanishad says this one, but there is a padam called me varaniyaha. So that means he's saying that. So simply the point is that he rejects what Yama is giving to him to reject. So now next one comes in. Ajiriyadamrutam namupetya jiryamatya kvatasta prajanan abityayan varna pratimodan adidirke jivito korametha. So here using the word ajiryatam. Ajiryatam amrtana. I think the way we take it, upateya, upetya means upa means reaching, upetya means after reaching or after approaching. Ajiryatam amrtanam kakajiryam vatyaka. So after approaching, jiryata means one who gets weakened, right? Ajiryata means one who never gets weakened. And amritana means living long. So one who never gets weakened and lives long, that means you, who are out of death. After approaching you, that's what he's saying, after approaching you who is undecaying, forever living, kakajiryam martyaha, kakajiryam martyaha. Martyaha means one who dies, that means the human beings. Jiryam martyaha is vishesham, that means one who decays and dies, that means a human being. Kaha, to which decaying human being? Kataha staha. Kataha staha means tadastha, that means who lives in the world. After seeing you, who is undecaying, non-dying, which dying or decaying human being living on the earth, being aware of their limitation, prajnana. Prajnana means he is aware of the limitation. What is the limitation he is aware of? Abhidhyaya, it means by his prajnan, his realization come after Abhidhyayan means contemplation. After deep contemplation, the pleasures of music and things like that. Varnadi pramoda. Pramoda means happiness. The Varanadi pramoda. What is the varam he gave? All this dance, music, all this good pub life. He says all this by examining this, having realized they are alpam, who will delight in Rameta Adidirka Jivite? So you understand? So what he's saying is, having analyzed the impotency of all this temporal offer that he made, which decaying, dying person of this world who living in this world, after seeing you, who is Amatatva, who is eternal, would ask for a long life and delight in it. You see? So he doesn't want it. So, what is he actually asking there? If you don't want this one, then what do you want? So he says, Yasmin nitam pichikasanti mrityo yat sambaraye mahati bruhi nastat yaha ayam yo ayam varu kutam anuprifishto nanyam daspana Nachiketa Avniti. So he's saying, Mrityo, Yasmin Nitam Vishikatizdi, Mrityo, oh Mrityo, oh God, oh God of death, Lord of death. Bruhi Naha, here Na is Naha, Naha means to me. Bruhi, tell me that, which one? Yasmin, about which Vichikisanti. It's all important. Vichikisanti means the itching question people have. In this manner, Idam, Mahati Sam Paraye. Mahati Sam Paraye, who is life after the great life after the death. So you tell me what everybody is worried about it. Tell me that. Nachiketa Navrinte. Nachiketa does not take anything else. Anyam Tasmat. Other than this, I want Nachiketa will not take anything else. Yeah, I am what I have. So he basically told God of death, whatever you gave so far is so good, but it's a third boon that what you're offering to me does not match the magnanimity of the answer that I'm expecting from you about people who are departing this world and their nature. Atmasvarupa. Now, this is the last mantra of this Pradhama Valli. So Bhashyakara gave some little interlude before that Nachiketa's refute. But as ever, to unravel Bhashyakara's Bhashya, you need so many different explanations. You need so compact. But we will, I don't want to force everything right now because we will take it slowly because he's going to unravel, because he's going to teach a child. We are the children. We are childlike. Because we are not like Nachiketas like. So he's going to say things in a very beautiful way, but he's going to make him ask the right question. Because question is very important to get a right answer. If you all know about Bhagavan Ramana, It's very prasiddha because the way he answers, he does not answer the question. He answers the questioner all the time. Muruganar says, I would say Pradama Sishya, but his owners is start with him. And so he uses the Brahmastra. Bhagavan uses the Brahmastra to put you, stop asking question and to think. For example, remember, Pichama party goes there and say, Bhagavan, my உடம்பெல்லாம் ஒரே வலி. So my body is all unwell. I'm ailing. He doesn't say anything. You are not talking to me at all. You're not telling any answers at all. My mind is full of grief, sorrow. What can I do? Then he says, you're not answering anything. So I will go and wash all the vessels and then I come. She comes back. Did you wash all the vessels? Yeah. All my vessels I washed. So my vessels means my patram. So your mind is not well. Whose mind is that? My mind. Your body is not well. Whose body is there? My body. So who are you? So she says, who am I? My question stops. Because the answer cannot be given by a guru. The guru can only indicate that you got the answer. But a guru can put you in a position for you to able to unravel this question and understand who I am, who I really is, who I am really am. So if this question does not come to us at all, we never ask the question. So unless the question comes to you, you cannot find an answer. And this question is not in our academic syllabus, not in our life syllabus. Mother, father never teaches you who you are. They always teach you, this is Pati, this is Tata, this is uncle. And you are Sahitya, some name they give. But they never tell you to ask you a question, who you really are. You know? Okay, I just digress. But so so for the guru, what the guru has to do, guru will do, and guru always does, is once you are fit to receive this knowledge, they will give you certain more exercises or vicharam so that you refine your question, so that your question comes to this point, who am I? And once you have that question, that becomes your mukhya pramanam, everything else becomes secondary. So he is going to drive towards that. So, but why am I not asked the question? Why are you not asked the question? Why nobody asks this question? 99.999% of the people don't ask the question. Because there is avidya. This question, the answer to the question is Atma Jnanam. Atma Jnanam is what this question is all about. This Atma Jnanam, Bhagavan says in Gita, Idam Sariram Kaunteya, Kshetram iti abhitiyate edatyo veti tam prahu kshetrajna iti tatmita. Idam Sariram Kaunteya. Kaunteya means Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna. Idam Sariram Kshetram iti Abhidhiyate. Abhidhiyate means it is declared, said by the scholars. This body is a kshetram, ayatanam, place of domicile, house. One who knows it, etat idiyo iti veti. One who knows this, that this vessel, this is the least property that I am residing inside. He's prahu means he's been named as Kshetragyan. Kshetragyan means one tadvida, one who is focused in knowing this. So Bhagavan is giving this split. Kshetram, Kshetragyam. Kshetram is dravyam. It is a Panchabhutadi Karanam. And it is formed as a body, in the womb as a fetus. On that, the Kshetragyan goes there. Okay, we don't know what the Kshetragyan is right now. We will know about this. But that is the one, that Vida, that's the one Vidaha. That Vidaha. That's the one who knows this. That means he is the knowing principle. He's a conscious principle. That means anything that has got a consciousness in it, it is Kshetragyan. The answer is very simple. Bhagavan explains so many ways because he gives so much of knowledge. But simply it is, if I say I have this body, it is a Kshetragyan knows this is the body. So you are the Kshetragyan. When I say I, one of the answers is Kshetragyan. I am the Kshetragyan. Kshetragyan, that suffix is Nyayam, knowing. Kshetra, knowing the body. Body knower. Knower. Interestingly, when Bhagavan Bhashyakara gives bhashyam to this, he says, I think he gives beautifully, and this particular line is very interesting. He is saying, Tamoso hi pratyah avarnatmakat vyat avarnatmakatvad avidya viparita grahanaha should be samshobham samshobhanastapako agrahanatvam. Let me unravel this. Kshetram, Kshetragyan. Kshetragyan is the Atma. So Atma Jnanam is, this is the body. That knowledge, if I get it, I am a Kshetragyan. That knowledge is allowing me to discriminate. But the knowledge of Kshetragyan is what is missing, right? The eyes don't see the eyes. So the eye is therefore non-seeable. The light helps me to see everything else. The light remains non-seeable. But all this light, everything is Panchabhutadis. But what sees the light and darkness is the Kshetragyan. I need light to see the things, but light is not needed to see the darkness. Because in our domestic life, darkness is absence of light. But I see darkness. Therefore, the light that sees the light and darkness is Kshetragyan. So how do I know the Kshetragyan? That is Atma Jnanam. You cannot know it. So I have the knowledge. I am of the knowledge. I am knowledge. You see the difference? I have the knowledge. That means knowledge is an instrument for me. I am of knowledge. So Rupam is part of knowledge. I am knowledge. Vidyasmi, Brahmasmi. Brahma means therefore knowledge. Such is the Anand means Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the knowledge. It is not a knowledge somewhere out there, and therefore I am of it. Now, don't worry, we will go step by step. But if I am not understanding it, that's called avidya. If Brahma is vidya, avidya is that which I do not know. Bhagavan says, pratyaya. Pratyaya means that the effort to make things happen. Tamaso hi pratyaya. The he means indeed. This reason for not knowing this, because there's a tamasic pratyaya, a tamasic instrument's effort comes in, and it does avaranatma gatvit. So avaranam, it brings an avaranam means a screen. There is something which comes in and pushes the screen. What is the screen? The screen is to hide the true nature of it. That's called avaranam, avarana shakti. Just park the question. What is this? How does the shakti comes in? Park it. But there is a shakti. And what does it do? It creates avidya in you. Avidya means, English is very poor. I can't say ignorance. Just keep it avidya. Avidya is not knowing the true nature of oneself. So how do I interpret this thing? For that, Bhagavan says another interesting one. Swatmani kartadikarga kriyapala palamatkat adhyaropena lakshanya avidya vashanaya. We will go deeper into this later, but I give you simply. You are not, the screen comes in, and the screen is not really making you completely blind of everything. The screen comes in so that you only see what you need to see outside. Like the horse, they put that kind of a blinders, right? They only see that. And what it makes me see, Swatmani Katrati Karaka Kriyapalam. Kriya Karakam. You know, people who learn Sanskrit grammar would know, or Tamil grammar. All the ancient languages got Karakam. Karakam is greatly debated even today, because when Panini Patanjali gives a definition and leave it halfway, and it gives you so many interesting angle to it. You know, it's called Vyakarna, right? Vyakarna means grammar. Vyakarna is one of the Vedanga. You know, your question may come. Vedas talks about Atma, Paramatma, Tattvams, and why am I doing this Vyakarna? Because Vyakarnam is only to decode Vedas, Veda Shabdas. Veda was there as a Shabdas. And the rishis put arthas to this. Shabdartham came in. And they can see it. And they said, oh, how do I interpret that? How do I communicate to you? Then they used this Shabda and derived a language called Prakritam. And this Prakritam was abused the way when we communicated compared to the Vedas. Then they say, how does the Veda form? They've derived a rule from this. That's Vyakarna. They derived the Shabda Pramanam, derived the phonetics, Chandas. From Veda, they derived this knowledge. The language came from Veda. Vedas are not in Sanskrit. Vedas are in Shabdas. And Veda Shabdas gave birth to Sanskrit. That's why Sanskrit is step below Vedas. So here, there when they talk about Karaka, suppose if you say, what's the sentence? What is the sentence? We'll say it has some meaning, it has some words. Padasamogam. The words collection is sentence. But I just cannot say Rama, cows, grama. Padasamogam, but not words. But it has to have an order. The order brings in by the position of it, but it's in some as being a perfect language, by putting a verb, a kriya padam has to be there. When a kriya padam comes in, gives is a verb. The dhati. They say, it's a verb, fine. Who gave? Who gives? So Rama Dattati. Okay, uh, what did Rama give? Rama gives cows. Gam Dattati. Rama Gam Dattati. How does he give the cows? With his hand. Hastena Gam Dattati. Who did he give to the cows? Vipraya, Brahmana. So Brahmana Gam Dattati. Where did he give it? Gangadire Dattati. Where did the cow come from? Goshat Dattati. You see, you can, once a verb comes in, you ask questions. Who? Rama. So the relationship between the, I'm not going to Sanskrit grammar, okay, I'm not qualified to do that, but I'm just giving you the beauty of it, how it comes to the Vedanta. One who does the karta, who does the job. Rama does this. So Dadati is connected to Rama. This relationship, the verb is giving relation to the noun. Rama is a noun. Dadati is giving. So Rama is relationship comes. Therefore, the relationship is called Karakam. It's called Kartru Karakam. What does he give? Cows, Denu. So what gives that question gives you cows, object. Karmam. So Kriya Karakam, karma means karma karakam. That's the object. That's the direct object. To whom he gives to Vipraya, to Brahmanaya. That's indirect object. Relationship comes. By how did he give? With his hand. Karanam. Karana Karakam is his hand. Hastena. So the hand comes relationship. Where did he give? Which location he gave it? Gangadire. Atikaranam. Where did the cow come from? Koshat. He took it from the cow shed. You see, a verb comes in, relationship comes in, a karma comes in, a kriya comes in. That's a kriya comes in. All the relationship comes in. So the karta becomes a karta because he does the karma. As a result, what happens? Some punya may be coming too. So you enjoy the punya, you become bhokta. So the kartritvam and bhoktritvam comes from the karakam. That's why the karakam is very, the vibhakti is different from karakam. Vibhakti is a syntactic, semantic structure that Panani put in. Hastena. In Tamil, it's kaiyal koduthan. ராமனுக்கு கொடுத்தான். All that suffix we add. க்கு, அவனுக்கு, அவனால், ஆல், adu, ஓடு. In every language is got this. This is vibhakti. The karakam explains vibhakti. But karakam has got a lot more tathparya. So, what I'm trying to say here is, Bhagavan said to say here is, the karma karaka, priya karaka palam creates multiplicity, the dravyam. So all the plurality of the world, because of action, kartutvam, bhaktutvam. So your mind, what happened, the avaranam put a screen, create plurality called vikshebam. So remember these two words. Avaranam is a screen. The avaranam create vikshebam, multiplicity, because you are looking at something else. How do you look at it? You look at it with your actions, kartas and bhaktutvam. And when you look at it something else, what do you do? When you look at something else, on something you look at it, you adhyaropam. Adhyaropam means superimposition. You create a misperception on it, misapprehension on it. This is real. This world is real. I am his husband. I am her wife. I am his wife. All the relationship, everything is superimposition, because you married, a relation gives you a result. And you give it. So you can see, that's why the Vyakaranam is important to understand Vedanta. So by karma, I get all these things. Coming to very quickly. So it means avidya. So the avidya, I can therefore make into three parts. First one is avidya, that is what I don't know it. Ignorance. Agrahanam. Grahanam means grasping. Agrahanam means not grasping. So you are reading a book, I'm coming there. After some time, you're not looking at me. I say, hey, Balaji, you're not seeing me. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you. Because my grahanam is in the books. Agrahanam is on me. So I don't notice you. Ignorance, ajnanam, not knowing it. That is an avidya. So if I don't know my true self, because nobody even asked about this, I never think about it. You don't know something, some planet which is there, out there. Nobody told you. It is in your agrahanam, not grasped. But here we are talking about agrahanam of Atman. This agrahanam continues all the time. So when we talk about Vedanta, it is being touched. Otherwise, you don't talk about self. The dream, you don't talk about the self. The deep sleep, you don't. So the ignorance is always prevailing. In fact, ignorance is not in us. We are in ignorance all the time. Agrahan. Then we do understand, but we take misapprehension. Anyata grahanam. Oh, that tree, it looks like a tree, but when you really go there, it's not a tree, it's a lamppost. So until you understand clarity, have clarity, it's a viparita grahanam. Adhyasam, it's called. So that is the second type of avidya. The first one is not knowing it. Second one is knowing it wrongly. But in both cases, you have a stubbornness of your knowledge. I don't know it. I don't care. I know it. This is it. In both cases, you have dhrada buddhi on avidya. Sometimes people argue on things because they don't know that. They argue. But most difficult thing is when they argue, when they don't know it, it's easy, because the moment they know they don't know it, they will at least step back. But if they know it differently, which 90% of the time we have that. Oh, he did not smile at me because we don't know. He did not smile because he's got a problem at family. But you will say, oh, he did not because he's a proud person, egoistic guy. I don't like him. So Viparita Grahanam. So Viparita Grahanam is what happens all the time. So that's adhyasam. The third one is that you don't have a grahanam, but you have samshaya. Samshaya is doubt. Maybe I don't know it. Maybe this is not right. Sometimes you may get doubt on even things that is right. Samshayam is not always good. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Because when samshayam is there, and if you doubt is there, and if you don't clarify it, you don't dwell it, Shraddha will be diluted. Coming to this class, does it help me? Help or not, you should experiment. Otherwise, it will be a waste of time. Avidya. So, why I give you this context? Because when going forward, the question is addressing Atmajnanam. That means the question is about what is the light I need to bring in. It's called a Vidya, Sri Vidya, it is. Atmajnanam, it is. How do I bring it so that my avidya, the darkness, because it's a tamasa pratyaya. How does it get dissolved? How does my agrahanam goes away? How does my viparita grahanam becomes satya pramanam? How does my samshayam goes away, doubts goes away? You need to give me all these things. So this is what he's going to ask. So we will see that in the next class. We have an intro to the next session. And then we will wait until Nachiketa modify his question. I'm going to ask you more directly on the Atma. Then Bhagavan is going to teach us slowly. I think we got a long way to go, and I hope that you can travel with us. Iti Kathopanishad Pratama Adhyaye Pratama Valli Sampurnaham. Om Sakana Bhavatu.
Om Sakana Bhavatu.
Sakano Bhunaktu. Sakaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvina Adhitamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam.
Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate.
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya.
Purnamadaya
Purnamevavasishyate.
Purnamevavasishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Tat Sate.